This is the port of Bata in Equatorial Guinea. In 2 days, a Liberian cargo ship will dock here. It will be the first ever international freighter ushered into the port, which has just completed a large-scale renovation and expansion project. A big test is rapidly approaching, so it comes to Zhang Jiefeng that he needs to gather all his staff for a final training before the ship's entry.
在这个船舶入港之前，他要把这个船舶的信息以及所载货物的一个信息发给这个海军司令部。
The Bata Port Reconstruction and Expansion Project is the first of its kind for the China Road and Bridge Corporation in the West African country of Equatorial Guinea. The Chinese company is responsible for training local employees hired by the Harbour Authority. Zhang leads the training programs. The arrival of the bulk carrier is a test of both the project's quality and the port's ability to handle the docking of such a large vessel.
当时是向政府发文，是说明我们需要一些优秀的人才，并且加入我们整个培训过程。当时报名人数很多，我们本来是要100多个人，但是报名了有将近500人。
As the indoor training gets underway, the hoisting group is also busy getting familiar with the process outside the office. To greet the first cargo ship from another country, all of the port staff have been mobilized. The port of Bata is the largest in Equatorial Guinea. In January 2009, CRBC began the reconstruction and extension project, which was completed in July 2016. It includes 2 wharfs, a 50,000-ton and a 20,000-ton, with 11 ship berths. These enable the port to accommodate large tonnage vessels. A newly automated system has greatly increased its operational efficiency, so it can meet the increasing demand for imports and exports in Equatorial Guinea. Before the project was completed, Equatorial Guinea's president, Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo, paid the port 19 visits, hailing it as a project that's as impressive as a dragon. The people of Equatorial Guinea have high hopes for the port. The pressure on Zhang stems from their expectations. When the scheduled training is finished, he decides to add some hands-on training for Harbour Authority employees.
Comprobando, tu zona de atraque es el muelle 20, el muelle 20.
The training wasn't perfect, but Zhang is in a race against time as the carrier is about to berth. With the successful docking of the first international container vessel, Zhang is able to breathe a sigh of relief. As head of the Chinese company at Bata Port, Zhang was invited onto the vessel. He was accompanied by officers from the Naval Command.
Thank you very much. Welcome to Bata Port. Welcome aboard. Nice to meet you.
The the successful docking marked the opening of Bata Port's first international cargo route. It has since been added to the list of international ports. Joseph lives in the Gabonese town of Port-Gentil. Since the new Port-Gentil-Omboué highway was opened practically on his doorstep, he has seen his business opportunities increase. He decided to open a roadside bar, with palm wine being his signature offering. The drivers and passengers on the busy highway would be his customers. The Port-Gentil-Omboué Highway, built by the China Road and Bridge Corporation, is the first link to Gabon's biggest port with the inland city. 95 kilometers in length, it is the first of its kind in western Gabon. When it's opened, goods and commodities from inland provinces will have efficient access to an international port.
Cette route va faire en sorte que Port-Gentil soit une destination privilégiée, n'est-ce pas, du tourisme. Elle va faire de Port-Gentil un centre de développement économique. Nous assisterons donc à un bouleversement des activités et tout ceci va donc permettre d'améliorer les conditions de vie des populations gabonaises.
Although the road's construction was the imperative, contractors had to overcome many difficulties due to geographical limitations.
整个项目沿线路面结构层所需要的红土砾石都是缺乏的，整个沿线全是粉细沙，这就意味着我们必须要从远距离运输。经过我们料场的调查，最近的石料厂距我们项目220公里，最近的红土料厂距我们项目80公里，而且没有陆路交通，我们只能采取水上运输的方式，维持了我们项目就地建造了34艘700吨的驳船，这在我们的整个建设史上也是没有的。
Despite complicated geographical conditions and many other difficulties, the road will be completed on time. Indeed, 90% of it was completed in June of this year.
Mais nous, au Gabon, en général, on n'a pas eu l'habitude de réaliser des gros ouvrages comme ceux qui ont été faits sur le projet Port-Gentil-Omboué, d'apprendre beaucoup de choses qui se faisaient sur des grands ouvrages qu'on n'avait pas l'habitude de voir.
Est un projet dont on attend, dont l'ensemble des populations attendent la fin, parce que c'est une route qui va apporter une nouvelle dynamique en termes de développement. C'est une route qui va apporter évidemment dans le croisement des cultures un grand bien à la population gabonaise.
Because business keeps getting better, Joseph has to restock more often. The road has brought about big changes in his life.
Je remercie encore beaucoup à l'État gabonais parce que déjà, ça c'est un bijou. Hier c'était la souffrance. Au jour d'aujourd'hui maintenant, vraiment c'est que ça nous facilite.
These days, Joseph's bar seems to be doing good business. During the day, it's a place where travelers can get some much-needed rest. And at night, neighbors will gather here.
Parce que là, j'ai une vision. J'ai une vision après la réalisation, après la fin de la route. Donc, ce que j'ai envision de faire, c'est de faire encore plus mieux que ça. Parce que là, ce n'est qu'un début.
roads and ports are critical to people's livelihoods and economic development in African countries. Large infrastructure projects drive industrial development and bring opportunities for the local people. All of these rely on top-level designs between various African countries. Agenda 2063 is a long-term development plan adopted by the African Union in 2015. It aims to build a prosperous and united Africa over the next 50 years. It looks to keep Africans away from suffering and disease and to develop the continent freely and thoroughly. However, funding shortages, inadequate infrastructure, and a lack of professional and skilled personnel have slowed down sustainable development on the continent. However, financial cooperation under the framework of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation has enabled ways to overcome these three significant bottlenecks.
金融是血液，对经济的发展具有关键作用。那么目前非洲呢，由于历史原因，急需大量的基础设施，同时也急需发展经济所需的人才和技术。在中国提供的融资服务的支持下，大量中国企业在非洲实施了大量的这个基础设施项目。
China's financial enterprises have taken proactive steps to fulfill external development strategies regarding Africa's development. They have expanded their businesses from China to Africa.
Good day, everyone. This is Bank of China Johannesburg branch. Are we all here?
We are here. We are here.
Okay, so let's start now.
In April 2017, the Johannesburg branch of the Bank of China issued Africa's first renminbi-denominated bond. It's known as the Rainbow Bond, as South Africa is often referred to as the Rainbow Nation. These bonds have since expanded into the African market.
这次呢，发行呢也得到了国际投资者的广泛认购，包括基金公司、主权机构、商业银行。应该来说，这些投资者的这个构成非常的优质。
Globally, subscriptions for the bond reached 6.5 billion yuan. Due to the credibility of Chinese financial institutions and the international reputation of RMB assets, international investors showed a strong interest. Africa got a new channel to access Chinese funds, which was a milestone for the yuan's internationalization. It is also a product of financial cooperation between China and Africa. Many say the Rainbow Bond has provided an effective solution for the funding shortage bottleneck.
La banque est un vecteur important de développement et nous ne décidions pas de la création de cette banque seulement pour le Congo, mais elle a une vocation africaine. C'est dans l'esprit de la volonté du président Xi Jinping et des dirigeants africains de renforcer la coopération entre nos pays dans tous les domaines et la banque est l'un de ces domaines par excellence.
In 2006, the Chinese government proposed the China-Africa Development Fund. 9 years later, Chinese President Xi Jinping announced the establishment of the China-Africa Production Capacity Cooperation Fund. The two funds are aimed at promoting economic development and improving people's livelihoods through various market-oriented approaches, such as investment and counseling. In Mozambique's Xai-Xai district, Gaza province, 56-year-old Saria has come to her farm. Today is the day she will reap her rice. Before that, a Chinese company called Wanbao will hold a final rice planting training course for her and her fellow villagers.
在播种的时候，我们也和今天一样，
给大家进行了培训。
Every year between the sowing of the rice crop in November and the May harvest, Saria participates in several training programs related to rice cultivation. Thanks to those training programs, her yield has skyrocketed from just over 300 kilograms to 2,400 kilograms per acre. Xai district has been Saria's home for over 30 years. She practices a form of medicine passed down to her to make ends meet. It's her only source of income. The Tropic of Capricorn runs through the Southeast African nation of Mozambique. When the sun moves northward in December, it sees plenty of daylight and rainfall. These weather conditions make Mozambique an ideal place to grow grain. However, due to its antiquated agricultural technologies, the country has to import 300,000 tons of grain annually to cover its shortfall. Among its population of 24 million people, more than half still live below the poverty line. At the end of 2011, Hubei-based Wanbao Grains and Oils and the China-Africa Development Fund jointly founded a company to promote rice cultivation in Mozambique. The project covers 20,000 hectares of land. Since then, grain output in Gaza province has seen a massive increase, and its farmers' lives have improved as a result.
Santa, entrei na transferência de tecnologia chinesa, fiz arroz, consegui já aumentar para conseguir já orientar a família, os meus filhos, netos.
The annual rice harvest ceremony begins. The people of Mozambique perform a lively dance to celebrate the occasion. This shows their reverence towards nature and their gratitude to the land. To the sound of drum beats, Saria begins harvesting her rice.
Da maneira como estou a ver, com o programa de Wanbao, que China pode levantar, acabarmos com a pobreza, continuarmos com o nosso trabalho, as nossas coisas, a nossa vida mudar. Existem pessoas que ajudam a pessoa Moçambique levantar para cima.
After Saria's rice was harvested, her one-year training program also ended. At the same time, Olofu was busy preparing for his own training in the Nigerian capital of Abuja.
Review whatever that is going on or whatever that's
Like how many participants did you invite?
We are expecting like the list we are expecting is 80, but we have invited 100. Well, Nigerians, they might not come.
CGCOC Abuja Agricultural High-Tech Park is running another training program. Olofu is one of its organizers. He is also a senior employee who has received specialized training. When he joined the agricultural park in 2014, Olofu was fresh out of college. 4 years later, he has an MBA. Furthermore, he has become an amateur expert on agricultural technology.
Since I joined the Green Agricultural Sector Limited, I've learned so many things from the company. In terms of agriculture, in terms of aspects of areas of seed processing, I've learned so many things on how to process the hybrid seeds, how to train the outgrowers, producing the foundation seed, and giving to the outgrower how to monitor their farm to be able to give us the good results so that we can use it for our own hybrid seed.
In 2012, the CGCOC Group and various Chinese agricultural research institutions founded the CGCOC Abuja Agriculture High-Tech Park, which integrated agricultural technological development, training and commercialization. In the years that followed, the park has become the largest crop seed provider in Nigeria, generating more than 20,000 tons of crop seeds for the country.
我们还有5个种子生产基地，那么5个种子生产基地呢，也是我们给当地的农村社区合作的。经过3年的这个我们农场本身的试验，获得这个尼日利亚种子委员会的认可，然后合格的我们作为种子销售到尼日利亚全国各地。
Currently, the park is able to produce enough rice seed for 100,000 hectares. The yield is expected to reach some 400,000 tons.
我们培训当地的农民，培训他们怎么样生产高质量的种子，我们再给他提供原种。这个原种提供给他们以后，他们生产一部分生产种。
Most farmers are not exposed to hybrid seeds, but with the help of the training, most of them will be able to know and get the seeds produced by our company. I can say that the training as a whole has helped the Nigerian government in several ways. As a nation, it contributes to the agricultural development of the country.
Olofu says that high-quality talent leads to high-yield farming. On that note, he is pursuing agricultural research.
My target in life is to have my PhD at the age of 40. And after my PhD, I'm looking forward to go further in education. Why I choose the management, because it contributes to the agricultural development of the country. That is why I choose the areas of management in my career.
Because Africa has such a young population, education is critical for its current development as well as its future. In a small village of the Daza area of Malawi, its residents have come to Randy's home to celebrate his participation in a Chinese contest. It's the highlight of the year for many.
Mwananga musita jikero ya bwino aidize luso pana vano papita ku China faja ku masiku ala kosa na masti sibweza apita ku China koma faja joga ku masti.
Randy lives with his mother. She runs a small store to make ends meet. She managed to pay her son's tuition until he entered university. She hopes he will find a good job after graduation. University life has broadened his perspectives and has let him see another world.
看见那海龟水中游，慢慢的躺在沙滩上，世界老怪一朵朵。
The Malawi University of Science and Technology was built with loans from the Export-Import Bank of China. Its buildings have become landmarks and are depicted on the country's 2,000 kwacha banknote. Since it opened in 2015, the number of students and faculty has increased from 400 to 1,800. Randy is already a second-year student in meteorology and geophysics at MUST. The diverse learning environment has allowed him not only to enhance his knowledge, but also to cultivate his hobbies. He really likes Chinese.
5、6、7。
Next one， 李明，你爸爸做什么工作？
我爸爸是老师。
是老师。你家有几口人？
我家有5口人。
5口人，他们是谁？
Randy stands out due to his proficiency with languages. Although he learned Chinese for only 12 months, his good grades have earned him an invitation from MUST to participate in a Chinese proficiency competition in China.
So what you need to do is make sure you're focused, make sure you learn as much about China and Chinese people, their programs, because you never know in future. Come back here, then you can share with your friends.
He says his life has been totally changed thanks to the university. But he's not alone. Such things are happening all across Africa every day.
In my life, I want some new things I am learning. Like that I am love.
确实是我们自发的，就是想带一个像带头地一样嘛，传帮带。
我喜欢我的工作。
How to be on time, how to be determined, how to be dedicated, how to be in the workplace for like 8 hours a day.
The model of China is all about unity. It's all about respecting leadership. It's all about development. I think this is very important for every country. And if you look at the pledge of 60 billion for Africa, that is huge. And it will benefit the whole African continent.
Chinese assistance or cooperation is the infrastructure development. In our travel all over Africa, you will see the signs of infrastructure, be it airports, international airports, highways are being built. So that's why I just mentioned a focus in Johannesburg.
Par le chemin de fer, par les autoroutes, en leur donnant de l'électricité, et la route, la ceinture et la route du président Xi Jinping nous permettra de relier, vous voyez, ces différents pays.
当前，中非关系正处在历史上最好时期，我们应该登高望远，阔步前行。让我们携手努力，共同开启中非合作共赢、共同发展的新时代。
Both China and Africa shoulder the common mission of economic development, poverty elimination, and improving people's livelihood. Africa has plenty of advantages: its natural resources, demographic dividends, and market potential, to name but a few. China has the comparative development advantages of capital, technology, markets, enterprises, expertise, and successful development experience. Their cooperation is creating an independent and revitalized road for Africa's future.